And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Confession time. I am a recovering, I shouldn't say recovering, it's been way over 10 years since I've played collectible card games. I'm very cautious with the collectible card games. I barely even touch them today because I know the addiction that comes with it to buy more and more and more. Well, Fantasy Flight has started to make what they call LCGs, or a limited card game, or is that what it's a living card game. This is one of them. This is Warhammer Invasion, and it comes in a box, and then if you want to buy an expansion, you can, and so that expansion draw is still there, but you get everything for each expansion when you buy it. However, when I play a game such as this one here, I am interested on how does it work out of the box, because what I want to be able to do is get just this Warhammer Invasion, and that's all. I just want to be able to play with this. How does Warhammer Invasion work with what comes in it? It comes with a bunch of cards, which you might, and some tokens, which, you know, this is a huge box for that, but I guess as you buy more and more expansions, they would all fit inside this box. Now, Warhammer is a game that's made by Games Workshop. This is the card game version of it. How does it play? And the answer is, it plays very well. I was very impressed with this game. It has some caveats, of course, but I like it for the most part, mostly because the game really has a similar feel to one of my favorite collectible card games, Battletech, the collectible card game. And this one has a very similar feel where it lets you attack and defend on different sides. Let me show you rather than just talking about it. I'm not going to be able to explain everything about the game, but I can give you a quick overview. Each player has their kingdom here. This is the Orc one, for example, and they'll take the matching deck. For example, here I have the Orc deck. You can see all the cards are green as a background. It's very easy. You'll then take 10 neutral cards, and the neutral cards have a gray background. You'll shuffle them into your deck, and then you'll draw a starting hand, and the game begins. Now, each of your areas each of your kingdoms has 3 areas. You have your kingdom area over here, your battlefield, and your quest area. Now, these areas have different symbols on them, and they become a focal point of the game. When it's my turn, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the kingdom area. And so let's take a closer look at the kingdom area here. And you'll notice that there's 3 symbols there with axes on them. These 3 symbols here are showing you how many resources you get that turn. Resources look like little piles of treasure, and you'll get these, and these are what you'll need to put more units into play. But this is one thing I really like about the game. Each of the cards that you have, each of your units, so let's say, for example, here I have a unit, oh, that's actually not a unit, that's a weapon, that's a choppa. Here's a unit. This is a hero, Grim Gore Ironhide, and he has 3 axes on him there. Now, if I send him to the kingdom, he will add those 3 axes to the axes on that kingdom, so that when I draw resources, I will get 6 resources. The second phase of the game is the quest, and however many axes over here, that's how many cards you draw. So if I would put him over on that side, when drawing cards, instead of drawing 1 card in my hand, I would draw 4. So you can actually control how many cards you draw by placing units on the quest side. You can control how many resources you get by placing them on the kingdom side. The third place is the battlefield, and any units that you place there, you're going to be sending out to attack your opponents. And of course there, the X's are going to stand for attacking. Now, when you put a card out on the board, it shows you the cost appear in the corner of resources. But you'll notice next to it, there's also symbols here, and you can see different orc symbols. These are loyalty symbols. So let's say, for example, you see this here. He needs 2 loyalty symbols, and he needs 5. So when you play a card, it costs that many resources, plus each loyalty symbol here costs an extra resource if you don't have that loyalty symbol on the table. For example, we start with 1 loyalty symbol here, so that's good. And if I put this guy out on the table, he provides another loyalty symbol. So this guy, if I was going to play him right now, I have 2 loyalty symbols, but he needs 5. So that would be 3, 6, I'd have to pay 9 resources for him. And of course, this really helps by encouraging you to play a deck with the same kind of units in it. You already have some restrictions. For example, orcs and dwarves are never going to join up in the same deck. But you can combine other races to try to get more powerful combinations, but by doing so, you're giving up the strengths of those loyalty symbols. Now, on your turn after you place cards out, and there's other cards you can place. There are, of course, units that you'll place out. There are weapons you can place on the units. You're allowed to place a support card, any card you want face down, which makes that side of your kingdom more powerful. Or you can also put quests out over here and send units out on a quest, which when you send a unit out in a quest, you can get some bonus from that. Then you can attack. Anybody in your battlefield can attack, and you can attack any of the 3 areas. You can attack their kingdom, you can attack their quest, you can attack their battlefield. They can use people to defend, which will likely get those defenders killed, or maybe you can even kill the attackers while they're at it. If you don't have defenders, or you choose not to defend, then you're going to take hit points on that side. So let's say the kingdom gets attacked. If eventually you take 8 hit points on any one of your sides, then you put a burning symbol there. That side is burning, whether it be the battlefield, kingdom, or quest. You take 2 burning symbols and you lose. So there's definitely an encouragement to attack the opponent player here with your forces. And you want to get them out as quickly as possible. So putting units on a side, not only do they add to the symbols there, but they also will add to the defense as you place these units there. Support cards add to the hit points. So if I have a support card here, it will take 9 to kill this. And there's other special rules that the cards will have. The game also comes with a very interesting set of cards that allow you to play drafting purposes. But that's basically how the game works. It's very quick. Get cards out as quick as you can to attack your opponent. Which of the 3 areas are you going to attack? Because you need to destroy 2 of them to win the game. Each of the 4 races included with the game, there's orcs, the dwarves, the imperials, and chaos. They all play completely different. Most of the units are pretty weak, normal units. The one I was showing you for the orc, that's a champion. You have a couple champion cards, and they feel really good when you get one out to attack with, or devastating if your opponent puts one out. What I like about the game is that it plays quickly and it forces you to attack. And I like games that push, attack, attack, attack. How am I going to defend? What am I going to defend with? Is it worth sacrificing this unit? Where do I put the units? Is this guy better to put over here in the support area? Some cards can only be played in some of the areas. It works out pretty well. There's some other cards included for elves and dark elves. You can't really use those much in the game. They're kind of like a taste of what's to come. But if this was all I had of Warhammer Invasion, I would be very happy with it. It's a very solid game. It feels similar, like I said, to BattleTech, the collectible card game, because you're attacking different areas of the board, and that's what you did in that game. But it has its own distinct flavor. It definitely feels like a war game. You definitely feel the flavor of the orcs versus the dwarves, and I like the artwork. It's very well done. I'm not addicted to it. I don't feel the urge to go out and buy more of the sets that come out, and it will be interesting to see how these sets work in the future. Things seem balanced to me, but if this is your kind of style game, I really think you're going to like it. It does a good job at taking the war of the Warhammer universe and bringing it into a card game.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.